Now, look, as we head towards Christmas, there's huge pressures on the pocket, particularly this year. For many, the thought of the festive period is stressful, and often it's a time of year when credit cards and bankloads are taken out to pay for presents. I read something a couple of years ago that said it took us till about March or April to finish off all the things that we paid on the credit card through Christmas. So this morning, debt-free advice bus in Trafalgar Square was attended by the one and only Barry Caffery to find out exactly who's being helped. It's a weird place to put it in the centre of town, isn't it, Barry?
Good morning to you, Eddie. Yes, I suppose it is. I'm just looking at this bright orange. It does seem more like a large van than a bus, but it is parked up next to the lion statue in the centre of Trafalgar Square. The launch took place this morning. London's Mayor Sadiq Khan was here along with people from the Debt-Free Advice Service, and they were here doing interviews. The bus is going to be here until 8 o'clock this evening, and there will be advisors on the bus basically helping people. If anybody has any questions around their bills or keeping their bills down, around the cost of living, perhaps they might be in debt and are worried about how they can manage it, or need some advice on how they can manage it. The advisors are on board this bus, and they're there to help people. And the bus then, Eddie, is going to tour 35 different locations all across London over the coming 3 months, and the details of those locations will be up on the Debt-Free Advice website. They'll be going to places like shopping centres, car parks and libraries. They'll spend a day in different locations, and people can just basically board the bus and speak to a variety of different advisors. And the advisors will cover things like debt, money, cost of living, bills, how to keep your bills down, benefits, that kind of thing. This morning I was speaking to Matt Dronfield. Matt is the Managing Director of Debt-Free Advice and was here at this morning's launch.
If people are behind with their rent arrears, if they're worried about utility bills or anything else, they can come and speak to us and we can provide them that impartial advice.
And how will it practically work? How will people find out where the bus will be, for example?
So all locations on our website and across our social media feeds, as well as on the Mayor of London's Cost of Living Hub.
And who'll be able to use it?
Anybody at all. Anybody that works, lives or is even visiting London can come and see us.
So what happens then? You come to the bus, and who'll be on the bus? What types of advisors? What sort of advice can you get?
So we both go money and debt advisors as well as energy advisors on the bus, and welfare benefits advisors. So whatever your situation, we'll be able to help.
And Matt, can you talk to me a little bit about the sort of top advice that people need at the moment? We are in a cost of living crisis.
Absolutely. So there's more than 2,000 customers that come to our service every month. 2/3 of those struggle with their housing costs, your rent, your council tax, your utility bills. We can help with all of those. Everyone's situation is really different, so our advisors will look at your situation and give you tailored advice for your circumstance.
And in terms of bills and keeping costs down?
Yes, we'll have our partners from our energy advice partners on board. They can provide you advice on that and look at your bills as well.
And when does this all start? I know the launch is today.
So the launch is today, and we're going all the way through the winter because that's where it's going to affect people first into February. If people can't visit us in person, they can also call us as well on free phone 0800 808 5700, and we're open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
And is there a website as well for people?
There is. It's www.debtfreeadvice.com.
I mean, it's really interesting to listen to, and I'd really like to know ahead of it so that anybody listening can perhaps make themselves up a schedule to make sure that they want to make an appointment, because any help right now is important. Now, I suggested that the centre of town, Trafalgar Square, was a rather strange place, but I'm guessing, knowing you, Barry, you did get the opportunity to speak to people.
I did speak to people this morning. I have to be honest, when we arrived down it was lashing raining and the weather has been really, really bad. It only turned and stopped raining, I'd say, about an hour ago, and then once that happened, people were in the vicinity wondering well, wondering what this bright orange bus was, I think, for the first place. And as I say, the advisors are going to be there for the entire day. I should say, Eddie, that there was £145,000 of City Hall funding which was put towards this in order for this cost of living mobile bus tour to happen. As I said, it's going to go to 35 locations across London between now and the end of February. It'll be visiting libraries and supermarkets. There's also going to be a new Energy Advice London service, which Sadiq Khan has launched today. This is going to basically give people living in London advice on how to reduce their bills long term through energy efficiency. But this cost of living bus is not just about the cost of living and keeping your bills down. It's going to give lots of different advice for things to do with money and finance and debt. And one of the young men I spoke to a little earlier this morning was Abdullah. Now, Abdullah lives in Colindale. He arrived to London about 6 years ago, and he himself is in debt at the moment, and he used the services of debt-free advice. I caught up with him a little earlier.
I believe they will support me with the help that I need, and they will focus on what exactly I need help with and what exactly I'm entitled to. So they're gonna send me a letter, and everything that I need to know about the support I receive is written in the letter, and there's options. I should choose one of them. To choose, I should choose one of them so I can see what's best for me.
So you were in debt yourself. Was that scary?
Yeah, obviously it's a big concern when it comes to debt, because no one likes to be in debt, especially in London. Everyone looks to achieve their goal, everyone looking for progress, and when you're in debt, this is gonna affect your progression.
And you think with the advice that debt-free advisors have given you, you'll be able to, help yourself?
Yeah, definitely, I believe so, because otherwise I would be stuck, and I will have no idea what I should do.
As Barry Caffery out and about for us, it's a debt bust, it's money that the Mayor of London has put money into.